Hello, magical butterflies. This is Xtina from Butterfly Intuition Divine Guidance. I hope you are having a magical day, night, or afternoon. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. This is going to be channeled messages from Spirit to the Divine Feminine. A Divine Feminine is an energy. I channel the Divine Feminine as she, but the Divine Feminine can be a woman or a man, so please take it as it applies in your love connection. This is going to be general. Use your own discernment when watching this video and only take what applies to your situation and let the rest fly. If you are interested in purchasing a personal guidance reading or session, they are available for purchase in my Etsy shop. The link is below. If you are interested in purchasing the decks I created and the Twin Flame music deck I co-created with my soul sister, if you are in the United States, you can purchase them in my Etsy shop. If you are international, there is a special ordering link below. My Patreon, my Instagram, my blog website, my donation links are all listed below. Let's get into what Spirit has today for the Divine Feminine Collective. The first deck I'm going to be using is Messages from the Guides Transformation Cards by James Van Praagh. So these are going to be channeled messages from the Divine Feminine's Spirit Guides. You are never alone. So remember that, Divine Feminines. You are never alone. Your spirit guides, your angels, spirit, your soul tribe are always with you. And you can always go within to connect with them in the 5D when you need to get guidance from your angels, from your guides, and your soul tribe is always around you. If you're not sure who they are, you can call them in, and you're just never alone. So if you feel like you're alone, you're not. Your guides are coming through with a very strong message, because I feel a lot of feminines are in doubt. They're in fear. They're not sure if this connection with the masculine is going to come back around. So this is a reminder, you are never alone. And I'm actually hearing the song You Are Not Alone by Michael Jackson. So I will link that song for you below. That is a special song for the Divine Feminines from their spirit guides. Choose love over fear. It is time to choose love over fear. Deep down inside, you love your masculine. That love is always there. Sometimes it is masked over by fear and doubt and anger and sadness, but love is always there. The love you have for your masculine is always there. So choose love over fear. Choosing love over fear is like choosing your intuition over your ego. So choose love, because remember, love conquers all. Death is an illusion. What I'm being shown is the Death card in the tarot deck. And the Death card is not meaning the end of the situation with your masculine. It actually means transformation. So transformation is occurring. So if things have ended with your masculine, maybe you two don't speak to each other, you haven't seen each other, he ghosts you, he ignores you, he chose to go in another connection, all of that is an illusion, because transformation needs to occur within you and within your masculine. So transformation is occurring right now. That is why Spirit is telling you to choose love over fear. It is time to just know that death is an illusion. Sometimes what you're seeing in the 3D can be an illusion, because there's a lot of things happening in the 5D behind the scenes that you're not seeing. So that's why Spirit is telling you to choose love over fear, to choose the intuition over ego. Stay open-minded. So in order for this connection to come back around, it really is important to stay open-minded, to stay connected to your source, which is your intuition. That is your inner knowing, your feelings, what you're sensing. If you have psychic abilities, you might be seeing things in your third eye, or just sensing that something is going to shift. You're getting premonitions and dreams. Whatever it is time to stay open-minded. It is time to believe in the impossible, to believe in miracles, because if you can't believe in miracles and you can't stay open-minded and you stay closed-minded to this connection, that is a form of self-sabotage, and that is not going to help you close this cycle, and it won't help this transformation happen in your life as well as your connection. Practice moderation. So practice moderation really means to just stay present and to allow things to just happen naturally. Do everything in moderation, one thing at a time. You don't need to do everything in one day. And just remember, don't focus so much on what's going to happen in the future, especially if you're separated and you're wanting to know timelines and what's going on. That is irrelevant, because time is an illusion, because time does not exist in the spiritual realm. There is no such thing as a clock. Divine timing is just that, divine timing, when it happens, when it's time. So making sure the past is completely closed, let go of, the door is locked, the key is thrown away. You don't constantly go back thinking about the past. Maybe you think about, oh, I should have done this, or maybe if I'd done this, it would have been different. No, you don't need to do that. You don't need to beat yourself up, because everything that happened in the past was divinely guided to help you get on your path of healing. So, release the past. Don't think about the past. Let go of the past. Forgive him. Forgive anyone who you are harboring any type of anger, resentment, sadness, any negative feelings, so you can stay focused on the present moment and not so focused on what's going to happen in the future. Because when you start to practice moderation, you start to do things one baby step at a time. You're solely focused on the present moment, and you're not really focused on what's happening in the future. And your last message from your guides is let go of ego. So the biggest problem a lot of divine feminines have is ego. Ego is going to have you lash out. Ego is going to have you obsessively overthink. Ego is going to have you fear. Ego is going to have you doubt. If you let go of your ego and you start tuning into your intuition, which is your inner knowing, what you're sensing, what you're feeling, what you just know through signs and synchronicities, through dreams, through thoughts, through downloads, however you're getting the messages, when you let your ego go and you say, thank you for sharing, but I'm going to trust what I feel, and I'm going to trust what I know. And that is how you start the healing work. And that is how you start your self-love work. The self-love work of just letting everything that you used to do when it came to this connection, as far as if you had a codependency where you always wanted to know what he was doing, and then maybe sometimes he would reach out to you, but you would get mad because he wasn't saying to you what you wanted him to say, and that's because you were trying to control the outcome, because you pictured a certain way, a certain conversation, how the conversation would go, and you can't do that. You can't control the words and actions of another person, but you can control yours. So letting go of ego is the first step in taking your power back, practicing moderation, and just allowing things to unfold naturally. And that is how you choose love over fear. Let's get you some love messages from Spirit. So these are going to be love messages from Spirit for the Divine Feminine. The deck I'll be using for that is the Power of Love Activation Cards by James Van Praagh. So what messages of love does Spirit have for you today, Divine Feminine? Your first message is cooperation. In your quest to manifest the energy of love, you realize that every person and experience has value. So cooperation. Cooperation to me means working together. So you want to manifest the energy of love, the love of coming back together with your masculine for a lot of you. You have to realize that every person and experience has value. So no matter what has happened with your person and what experiences you two have gone through together, or what has happened that has maybe hurt you, it has value because it's a lesson. Just remember, it doesn't have to be a mistake if you learn from it. It just becomes a lesson. And you take that knowledge with you as you continue moving on in your life. And then you will be able to cooperate, because then you will see the situation for what it truly is. You will not have this illusion of what it could be. Accepting the situation and having the focus on what it is right now, releasing and forgiving the past, and just working on whatever you need to heal will really get you into this cooperation energy so you can manifest the energy of this love. And then you'll realize that your masculine and the experiences that you've had with your masculine, they have value because they're teaching you lessons of self-love, self-worth, self-value, and they're teaching you unconditional love. Your next message is elevation. You are making the conscious decision to raise your vibration of love. But of course, I said connection because this energy is helping you move forward in your connection. Because if you make the conscious decision to raise your vibration of love, meaning choose love over fear, that seems to be the mantra or the theme for this reading. So that's probably what I'll call this reading, choose love over fear. But what it does is you're elevating yourself, you're elevating your purpose, you're elevating your thoughts, you're elevating your fear, because you're releasing your fear and you're replacing it with love. And that's how you raise your vibration of love, because you have to believe in this connection, you have to trust, and you just have to detach. Sometimes you do need to detach from the 3D, because that is where you can get codependent and obsessively thinking and wanting to know like where he is, what he's doing, who he's with. And that could just really just get you to stop moving forward, and that can actually help you self-sabotage in your life. But if you start to get into this elevation energy, you make that conscious decision to raise your vibration of love because you trust, you believe, you understand there's a higher purpose for everything, and you're aligned with your intuition and just doing the work and just allowing things to unfold naturally. And if you have to detach a little bit in the 3D, you're not letting go of your masculine, because if you're in a twin flame connection, a soulmate connection, the two of you have that spiritual bond. You will always feel each other's energy. You will always have that telepathic energy. So just know that you two will always be able to connect in the 5D. And sometimes that's good, because if you connect in the 5D, that is where the healing, the energy of love, the energy of healing, and the energy of forgiveness and apologies can happen before it happens, or if it ever happens, in the 3D. Your next message of love is joy. You delight in the love of life and bring a spirit of fun to all that you do. So it is time to bring in joy. When you are at your highest vibration, you delight in the love of life, and you really light up a room. If you think about in the past, if you walked in a room and like, let's say you were walking into a room to meet your friends or your family and you just felt the energy uplift, that's because they got excited because you were there, because you brought that sense of joy, that high vibrational energy, because you were in elevation at that time. So have that energy wherever you go, and try to have it with you as often as you can. Even when you feel the energy start to deplete, take a moment to ground yourself and just maybe say an affirmation to get you to elevate and raise your vibration. And your last love message is satisfaction. You let the energy of love guide you to self-approval so that others no longer define who you are. So, when you let the energy of love, the love you have for yourself, the love you have for your masculine, and the love he has for you, guide you, you then have the self-approval of yourself. That way you don't need him to define you or anyone else of who you are, because you don't need him or anyone else to fill your cup of love. You don't need anyone else to make you feel whole, to make you feel good enough. You have the satisfaction to know that you can do that on your own. That is what union of self is. That is what unconditional love of self, where you see your worth, you see your value. You're not worrying so much about where he is, when he's coming back, because you realize you can stand tall with or without him, because you are in your own power and you are in this joy energy. Very beautiful. Okay, Next, we're going to get for the Divine Feminine a note from the universe. So this is from the Notes from the Universe on Love and Connection by Mike Dooley. So we're going to get one card for the Divine Feminine. So I'm just going to choose one. They're saying this one. Your message is change is always good. Actually, the only effective way of changing another person is by changing yourself. Works every time, guaranteed. Though I'm kind of partial to the way you are right now. Tally ho, the universe. So what the universe is saying to you. Oops. They're saying change is always good. And sometimes, because my easel fell, you can always get up if you fall down. And they're saying the way you can change another person is by changing yourself. So if you're in that energy where you want your divine masculine to change his ways, let's say he's in another connection, maybe he has cheating ways, he's very flaky, he's very emotionally unavailable. The way you can change that is by changing yourself. You don't put up with that behavior, because as much as you want it, you know deep down inside this is not how you want this relationship, this connection to go. So you choose yourself by walking away from that behavior, and you change yourself by working on yourself, by saying, you know what, I deserve better than this. I deserve better than being that phone call at 3 o'clock in the morning. I deserve better than him only thinking about me when his karmic's not around, or he's bored, and then when he comes in really quick, he leaves just as quickly. So if you change yourself, you will change your person, and it works every time, guaranteed, because you will then be partial. The universe won't say to you, though I'm kind of partial to the way you are right now. So the universe is saying you're okay where you are right now, but it's important for you to understand that you can continually change yourself, because change is inevitable. Change always happens as we move forward in our lives. Change is always a guarantee. And my left ear is ringing, so Spirit is agreeing with this message. They're saying that change is always going to happen, but it's important for you to just go with the flow and just continue to change yourself and evolve and get into that elevation energy. So next I'm going to pull a card from the Soul Truth Self-Awareness card deck, and we're going to get a message from the Divine Feminine from this deck. All right, this card is calling out to me. So you have, do I believe I am worthy? So ask yourself this question, Divine Feminine. Do you believe you are worthy? Do you believe you are worthy of this connection? Maybe that's why sometimes you put up with this behavior. Here's your answer. You are worthy. You are deserving. You are loved. Start seeing the divine beauty within you and go out and claim the life you have dreamt up. Your crown has been bought and paid for. Put it on your head and wear it. This is by Maya Angelou. Today's soul action. For a big goal or dream you have, ask yourself, do I feel worthy of this? So do you feel worthy of this connection? If the answer is no, that is okay. That just means you have healing work you have to do. So use this mantra to help you feel worthy. I am worthy of it all. Every single thing in your life. You are worthy of it all, because it starts with a thought. Your thoughts create your reality. So you are worthy. So use this as your mantra. You are worthy. You are deserving. You are loved. I am worthy of it all. Okay, now I'm going to get some self-care messages for the Divine Feminines from the Sacred Self-Care Oracle. And then I will close out the reading with channeled affirmations from the Shine from the Inside Oracle. So what self-care messages want to come through for the Divine Feminines to help with their healing journey? We have beauty ritual, number 5. 5 is about a change. So have a beauty ritual. some type of beauty ritual. Maybe in the morning you have a ritual as you get ready. Maybe it's seeing a face steamer, or maybe just have a ritual of skincare before you put your makeup on. Doing that at night as well. I do that both in the morning and at night as I'm getting ready for the day, as well as going to bed at night. Getting your nails done, getting a pedicure, getting your hair done, whether you go and get it done at a salon or you do it yourself. I'm drawn to the tattoos on her, so if you like tattoos, if you have tattoos, don't be afraid to show them off. They're a part of you. I have tattoos and I love every single one that I have, and I love showing them off, and I don't care when people kind of try to judge me with them, because I'm just like, hey, it's my body, and every tattoo that I have put on my body has been intuitively chosen and has been put on my body for that part of my journey, and they just continue to evolve as I move forward. You know, even if you don't want to get a permanent tattoo, you can get like those sticker tattoos or the henna tattoos, or just do something to just make you feel good. A beauty ritual of some sort. There's so many things you can do. You can get creative. Just making your room smell nice with an essential oil diffuser, saging your room, having crystals around, essential oils that you can just put by your bed that you want to just maybe put on you right before you go to sleep or before you go out the door. Just making your room a sanctuary. Having books, just whatever you feel called to do will just help you feel beautiful. And it will help you just be in your divine feminine energy. Pleasure. Number 40, which equals a 4. So this card is pretty much self-explanatory. So this, what she's doing on the card, pleasure, which is masturbation, is a form of release. So sometimes the best way to release energy is to do that. And trust me, it relaxes you, and everyone does it. I don't care who you are, and you don't have to be a prude about it, but you don't have to talk about it in an open platform or even with your friends. Everyone does it, and it is a sense of release, and it helps you release a pent-up energy to help you relax. Build strength. Number 6. So see how she has her third eye right there? Tapping into the intuition and building strength. Maybe you just need to exercise, like go walking, do yoga, go to like resistance training, go to a gym, or just build the strength by building strength within, by listening to your intuition and taking care of your body. Like, what is your body telling you when it comes to foods, when it comes to maybe vitamins and supplements you need to put in your body, with exercise, with getting sleep, maybe kind of distancing yourself from certain foods, maybe alcohol is something that makes you mask the pain. Whatever it is, build up your strength. Tap into your intuition and ask your guides what you need to know. And your last self-care message is connect with your ancestors. So connecting with your ancestors at this time is key. This is the number 14 card, which equals a 5. 5s are about change. So your ancestors want you to change the way that you deal with your problems, and thinking you have to do it all on your own, because you don't. It goes back to the first card that we saw in the beginning of the reading. You are never alone, because you're not. Your ancestors are here. They're here to help you. You have people around you in the physical who also want to help you as well. So change the way you deal with a problem. Remember, asking for help does not mean you're weak. Asking for help just shows that you're strong and you're not afraid to ask for help. So let's get you some channeled affirmations that will help you. Your first one is breathe in bliss, exhale bullshit. So when you're doing your meditation and you're breathing, when you breathe in, imagine you're breathing in bliss. And when you're exhaling the bullshit, which is the negative energy, the toxic energy, the fear, the doubt, anything the ego is bringing in. Your soul whispers love, your ego shouts fear. So this again ties into choose love over fear. Choose love over fear, because your soul whispers love and your ego shouts fear. And your last message is tune into your inner peace. So tuning into your intuition will help you tune into your inner peace, to help you find that inner peace within, and to help you really get on your healing journey of love. I hope that this reading brought you clarity and guidance on just what needs to happen with your journey. Just remember, Divine Feminines, you are not alone, and to choose love over fear. Have a magical day. Love and light. Bye.